अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। Welcome back, dear brothers and sisters. Alhamdulillah, going forward in our study of Medina Book 2. Inshallah, we'll be doing class number 13 today. And what we're going to learn today is, inshallah, the different babs of Fi'l Thulathi. And we're going to learn a little bit about weak verbs. And we're going to do a part of lesson number 6 from Medina Book 2, inshallah. So we've learned in our previous classes that we've done the three groups we have learned so far. Just Nasara, Yansuru, Daraba, Yadribu, Bab Daraba, and Fataha, Yaftahu, which is that the Ain Kalima has a Fatha, and in Madi and Mudariya, there will be Ain Kalima has Dhamma, and so on and so forth. We have Ain Kalima have Fatha and Kasra and Fatha and Fatha. So these Babs are called as group is called Bab Nasara, Bab Daraba, and Bab Fataha. So we're going to do the rest of the three Babs which are present, inshallah, which is, and the way to remember that Bab was to just to get to know this small poem. That's a Fathu Dammin, Fathu Kasrin, Fatahatani. So the next group, which is called as Bab Karuma. Karuma, Yakrumu, and Sami'a, Yasma'u, and Hasiba, Yahsibu. So if you see here in this Karuma, Yakrumu, the Ain Kalima has got Dhamma in Madi, and Ain Kalima has Dhamma again in Mudariya. So the thing to note is whenever there is a Dhamma on the Ain Kalima in Madi, it will always have a Dhamma in the Ain Kalima in Mudariya as well. Whereas if it has Kasra, it can have Fatha and Kasra. The Kasra it's not compatible with Dhamma, so there is no Dhamma in Mudariya when there is a Kasra in Madi. So these Babs are called Bab Karuma, Bab Sami'a, and Bab Hasiba. Karuma Yakrumu, Sami'a Yasma'u, Hasiba Yahsibu. So the poem for this section is Dammu Dammin, Kasru Fathin, and Kasra Tani. Just to give you an overall picture of how to remember these things. Whenever there is a Fatha, the Fatha in Madi has got all the three vowel signs in Mudariya. There's Fathu Dammin, Fathu Kasrin, Fatahatani. Means Fatha can go with Dhamma, Fatha can go with Kasra, and Fatha can go with Fatha again. So we'll have Dhamma, Kasra, and Fatha. Whereas we go to Bab Karuma, whenever there is Dhamma in Ain Kalima, it will only have Dhamma in Mudariya as well in the Ain Kalima. So Dhamma will always have only Dhamma. And the Kasra does not have Dhamma, so it will have only two vowel signs in Mudariya. Sami'a Yasma'u and Hasiba Yahsibu. So Kasra will have Fatha and Kasra. So this is the three different sections and 6 Babs which are present in Madi. So the reason why we need to know is just makes it easy if you understand which fail comes in which Bab and the other nouns which are derived from these Babs, which makes us easy to understand where it's coming from, inshallah. So the whole poem goes like this, like Fathu Dammin, Nasara Yansuru, Fathu Kasrin, Daraba Yadribu, Fatahatani, Fataha Yaftahu. Then we have Dammu Dammin, Karuma Yakrumu, Kasru Fathin, Sami'a Yasma'u, and Kasratani, Hasiba Yahsibu. So this is a way to remember the 6 Babs, inshallah. So coming to the groups here, Bab Karuma. So examples here, Karuma, he became noble, and Yakrumu, and Ba'uda, Yab'udu, Sami'a Yasma'u, Fahima, Yafhimu, Yafhamu, and Hasiba, and Warisa, Hasiba Yahsibu, Warisa is yarisu. It's a different type of verb. Inshallah, we're going to do. This is like a weak verb. You can see wow here. We're just going to do in a minute now. So we've learned in the previous lessons that there are 3 letters in Arabic which are called as weak letters, which is alif, ya, and waw. Whenever they come in nouns and in verbs, they have a different characteristics it gives to the word, whether it is a noun or a verb. So we've learned in noun, which is when the ya comes as a last letter ghaliyun or khadiyun, the ya is changed into a kasra and completely dropped. So it's going to become ghalin, qadin, madin, and wadin. So which is originally ghaliyun, qadiyun, madiyun. So we also learned one verb, laisa, which has got this weak letter here, and we know the conjugation is slightly different when it comes to hunna. So it becomes lasna. The ya is completely dropped. So today we're going to do some more weak letter verbs where the ya is turned into alif maksura. So this is a ya without dots, so which is originally this ya. So the examples what we're going to do today is ra'a. So this is called ra'a. So we don't, originally it is ra'aya, but because it is changed for the phonetics reasons, it is pronounced as ra'a. Then this is kawa, dara, masha. This example, if you see here, these are the verbs. Ra'a means he saw, kawa means he ironed, dara means he knows, masha means he walked. But these are all ending with alif maksura, which is originally ya. So now when we have this type of verb, so when we start to conjugate, then it has its own sets of rules, because this alif maksura, it's not a letter, it is a sound. And when this alif maksura does not take a vowel sign, so you cannot put a vowel sign because it is not a letter, so it's just pronounced. So what happens when hunna comes? So we know when hunna comes, it wants to give the ayn kalima a sukoon, but because this is not a letter, it cannot give a sukoon on this letter. So what happens is, in this case, whenever the hunna comes, the ya comes back. Otherwise, if it gives sukoon to the lam kalima, then the verb changes. So to protect the verb again, what happens? This ya comes to its protection, and then the hunna gives sukoon to ya. Let's have a look. So if it is ra'a, from hunna it becomes ra'ayna. So now we know from ra'ayna, and after that what it comes is tatumatum, titumatunna, tuna. So it becomes ra'ayna, ra'ayta, ra'aytuma, ra'aytum, ra'ayti, ra'aytuma, ra'aytunna, ra'aytu, ra'ayna. They saw, you saw, you both saw, you all saw, she saw, they both women saw, all the women saw, all of you women saw, and I saw, and we saw. The same thing with kawa. When hunna comes, then that ya alif maksura turns into ya, and that ya will get sukoon. So what happens from hunna is kawa will becomes kawaina. Kawaina, kawaita, kawaituma, kawaitum, kawaiti, kawaituma, kawaitunna, kawaitu, kawaina. We won't be doing the initial part because it's a different conjugations we'll be doing in later on, inshallah. And again, for example, masha will becomes again ya will get sukoon. Mashaina, mashaituma, mashaitum, mashaiti, mashaituma, mashaitunna, mashaitu, mashaina. So that's the little bit understanding the weak letter. Yeah, we're going to do the lesson number 6 today, inshallah. So this is a conversation between mother, son, and daughter. So inshallah, today's class will be doing a conversation between mother and daughter, and then mother and son, and next class we'll do the rest of the conversation. It's a long conversation, inshallah. So al is asking his son, Mata raja'ata min al madrasati ya bunayya. So we're going to understand this sentence. So you know, mata is a question, article of question. It is when, and it is a zarf. Raja'ta is when. Raja'a means he returned. So Raja'ta means you returned. So when did you return? This is the past tense. So Raja is the fa'il and ta is the fa'il. So if you understand this, min al madrasati, from madrasa, ya bunayya. So bunayya is a special type of a noun which is formed. Its original word is ibnun. So essentially, O son. But bunayya is a very beautiful way of calling. We're going to see how it is constructed later on, inshallah. So just to translate, it means, oh my dear son. So bunayya means, oh my dear son, oh my loving son. So it's a very beautiful way of calling. So ya is harfu nida and bunayya is a munada. So the mom is asking, when did you return from madrasa, oh my dear son? So Sa'id, his son, is telling Raja'atu. So Raja'atu. So whenever the ta is in a question, the answer obviously will be tu, because it's directed to anta. It becomes ana. So Raja is the fa'il and tu is the fa'il. So we need to understand this tu is actually part of damirun munfasilun. Okay, this is not an attached pronoun. This is a part of a detached pronoun which becomes a fa'il. And we know damir munfasil is always marfu and the fa'il is always marfu. So this is a marfu form of pronoun. So raja'tu qabla. So qabla is our zarf and kind of maf'ulun bihi. You can see it is ending with fatha. And we know after zarf what comes is a mudaf ilayhi. Qabla nisfi. And again this mudaf ilayhi is turning into mudaf, and then we have sa'atin mudaf ilayhi. So nisf means half and sa'atin means hour. So I returned before half an hour. Raja'tu qabla nisfi sa'atin. Mudaf ilayhi, we know mudaf cannot have al and mudaf cannot have tanween, whereas mudaf ilayhi will have tanween or it will have al. So how to understand in the chain of mudaf ilayhi, where does it end? Is the final mudaf ilayhi will most of the time will have tanween or it will have al. So raja'tu qabla nisfi sa'atin. I returned half an hour back. So it's mudaf ilayhi combination. So the mother is asking al Aina ukhtuka Maryamu ama raja'at. So let's understand this. Aina, again it is a zarf, where. Ukhtuka is ukhtu is mudaf, which means sister, and ka is mudaf ilayhi. This is damir muttasil. You can say this is a ka form. So ka kumakum ki kumakunna is the damir muttasil form. So here it is mudaf ilayhi. Where is your sister? Maryamu is badal for ukhtu. So ama raja'at. So we know a is harfun istifham and ma is harfun nafi. So it's a rhetoric question. Did she not return? Raja'a, and this ta is ta'u tanisi. Raja is the fa'il. So Sa'id says la adri. See, so dara is the word in the past tense, I know. And how do you make it? And mudari is yadri. And if you do 5 in your pocket, yadri, tadri, tadri, adri, nadri. Adri means I know. La adri means I don't know. So if you see here, adri, the ya comes back here in mudariya, whereas in past tense it is dara. This is I don't know. So if it is a negation, you just say la. But if it is in affirmation, and if you have ama raja'at, and if she had already come, this is bala. So you use bala. Raja'at, you could have said. But here he says I don't know. La adri. Ana ma ra'aytuha. See, ana is mubtada, ma is harfu nafi, and we have ra'aytu ha. Ra'ay is ra'a, and ya becomes visible again from hunna, and this is ra'ay is the verb, and tu is the fa'il, and ha is maf'ulun bihi. So ha refers to Maryam. So ma ra'aytuha, I did not see her. So mother is asking, Mada qara'tal yawma. What did you read? Qara'a is the verb which means he read, and qara'ata means you read. What? Mada is what? What did you read? Al yawma. Al-yawma is zarf again, coming as a maf'ulun bihi. What did you read today? That's our fa'il and fa'il. The Sayyid says, qara'atu. See, if it is qara'ta, so now we know it is, even there is no vowel sound, we know this is qara'atu. Qara'tul yawma darsan. So just understand here. So we have fa'il and fa'il. So darsan is a type of a tamiz because it gives more information. I read today. What did you read today? Darsan. So if you can see indefinite noun, mansoob. So it's like a tamiz, and jadidan is not for this tamiz. So how do we translate? So always translate fa'il fa'il. I read today a new lesson fil fiqh, in the fiqh. So jadidan is not for darsan, so it has the same endings. So afahimtuhu. See, afahimtahu. So she's asking him in front of him, so that will be ta. So did you understand it? Who refers to the new lesson. So it's a fa'il, fa'il and maf'ulun bihi. So there are three letters. So even though it looks like one word, so there are three words in it. Fahim, ta and hu. It says na'am. So it says, so whenever there is a, we know it is na'am or la. So here he understood. It says na'am. Fahim tu. So now we know this is fahim tu means I understood it. Who is it? I understood it. Jayyidan. So jayyidan is a maf'ulun mutlaq. So very nicely. So I understood it. So that's a fa'il, fa'il and maf'ulun bihi, and that's a maf'ulun mutlaq. So the mother is asking, so did you not read? Ama qara'at al-Qur'an al-yawma? So again, it's a rhetoric question again here. Did you not read the Quran today? So qara, fa'il and fa'il. So if we understand the construction here, so our understanding will be very easy. So that's why we are going through this exercise. So al-Qur'an is your maf'ulun bihi. Did you not read the Quran? Al-yawma is zarf, today. And if you see here, so it is answering is affirmation. So you say bala, indeed I did. Qara'tu, so I read. So whenever there is a ma, then you have a bala. So qara and tu is a fa'il and fa'il, and surata is your maf'ulun bihi wa huwa mudaf, and he says surat ar-Rahmani, surah of Rahman, surat ar-Rahman, wa hafiztuha. So I memorized it. So hafiza, hafizta, hafiztuma, hafiztum, hafiztu, hafizna. So hafiztu is I memorized. I memorized it. Hafiz is our fa'il, tu is fa'il, and ha is maf'ulun bihi, refers to the surah. That's why it is ha, muannas, because surah is muannas word. فَفَرِحَ بِي الْمُدَرِّسُ كَثِيرًا. So we need to understand here. So this fa is ataf, which means so. So here we got fariha is the fa'il. So if you see three letter fa'il, so we are looking for a fa'il. Fa'il is mustatir or it is mawjud. So we need to understand the sentence. So B is jar majroor, harf jar B and ya mutakallim. So that cannot be fa'il. So what is here? Al-mudarrisu. So this is ending with the dhamma. So this is the fa'il. So what does it mean? Fariha means he was happy. He was happy with me. So who was happy? Al-mudarris. So how do we translate fa'il, fa'il and the rest of the word? So you say the teacher was happy with me. Kathiran is again, that's the sequence, and the kathiran is maf'ulun mutlaq, a lot. So he was happy, the teacher was happy with me a lot. And he says waqala. Qala is a fa'il. If you see here, it's got alif here, so that's a weak verb. So we're going to learn more about qala later. Here it means he said. Innaka. So this he is the teacher said innaka. So inna is harfu tawqid wa nasbin. We know we're looking for a ismu inna and khabar inna. So ka is the ismu inna, which is you, and ahsanu, so that's the ismu tafdeel, which is the best, and that's your khabar. Wa huwa mudaf, and say talibin, you're the best of the student. fil fasli in the class jar majrur. So innaka ahsanu talibin fil fasli. So Alama was very happy. Obviously, if the teacher says you're the best student, so what do you say whenever you hear good news or anything? Say, Masha Allah. Say, so Masha is what, and Sha'a. So again, it's a weak verb we can see here. So we're going to do this as well, inshallah, later. So here are the different conjugation. So Sha'a is he willed, and who willed is the fa'il is Allah Azza wa Jal here. So whatever Allah wills. Zadakallahu. So it's also a beautiful dua here, which means Zada again. It's a weak verb. We see his alif here, which means he increased. So we're looking for the fa'il here. So ka is the attached pronoun. So this is not a fa'il. This is a damir muttasil. It is a maf'ulun bihi. We know when the pronoun joins a verb, it is a maf'ulun bihi. So we're looking for a fa'il with dhamma. So we say Allahu. So that's your fa'il. So may Allah increase you. Increase you in what? So again we have to bring a tamiz. Now we got fa'il, maf'ulun bihi, and we got a fa'il. So that's the sequence here. And ilman is your tamiz. Zadakallahu ilman. Again, ya bunayya, oh my lovely son. Saeed is asking mother, Aghazalti qumsani ya ummi. So again, harf istifham, ghasalti, did you wash? What did you wash? Ghasal is the fa'il, ti is the fa'il. Qumsani is the qumsana is maf'ulun bihi, and wahuwa mudaf, and ya is ya mutakallim mudaf ilayhi. So qumsan is the jam'u for qamisun. So did you wash my shirts? Ya ummi, O mother. And the mother replies, Naam ghasaltuha. So again we need to understand here, ghasal is the fa'il, tu is fa'il, and why do we have maf'ul bihi as ha? Because it is qumsan is a kullu jama muannas, so it's treated as a singular female. So it says ghasaltu ha wa kawaituha. Kawa means he ironed, so kawaitu means I ironed. So it's kawa fa'il fa'il, and ha is maf'ul bihi, I ironed it. Means here it means them. It's a plural. So I washed them and I ironed them. Khuz. Khuz is a fa'il amr. So we know there are three types of verbs: fa'il madi, fa'il mudari', and fa'il amr. So we're going to understand the conjugation later on. So here we just to understand that khuz means she is telling, giving order, take, and hadha is your maf'ulun bihi, take this, and al-qamisa. So what after hadha, whatever when al comes, it is a badal. So that's why we have al-qamisa, take this shirt. Saeed is telling hati. So again this is fa'il amr, means give me. Means hati means give me. Zaka, give me that. So that is your maf'ulun bihi, ya ummi, give me that, ya ummi. Because why that? Zaka ajmalu min hada. Ajmalu again is ismu tafdil, but here it is comparative because it is followed by min. That is better or beautiful than this. Give me that, it is beautiful than this. So that's the conversation between Al-Umm and Saeed. So we understand the construction of fa'il, fa'il, maf'ulun bihi, and how the weak verbs are used, and little bit of amr form here, but we're going to learn in detail how each fa'il amr is formed, inshallah, in future classes. So that's the end of class today. So if you practice and write the conversations, it should help. Assalamu alaikum.